Alright folks, this is a guide on how to besiege a city with absolutely no troops whatsoever. You're going to do it entirely solo. Our gear setup, once it loads, is whatever best longbow you have. There's a good argument to be made about crossbows because you can recharge from cover. That means you take less damage, and taking less damage is always good. Our weapon will actually not be the longbow, it will be a club. A club with a very, very low reach, because you don't want it getting stuck on walls or anything. Very good swing speed, and any damage that's over 50 really. Large shield on a short character. Look at how much of her body this covers. Now compare it to, say, her husband, who is a larger man, who wears a similar shield, doesn't cover nearly as much of his body. Instead, this girl is really, really a small target. As for the build itself, oh yeah, there's also a horse. You gotta have a horse. Build itself, as you can see, I went for a very wrong build. Don't go throwing. Throwing is the worst skill for this build. I didn't even put focus points on any of the actually useful skills, which are crossbow, bow, one-handed. Athletics, very important, but you will level athletics very, very fast if you're soloing sieges, because you're just killing 200 to 500 people at a time, and that's a lot of experience, really. And once you get this thing, and you get 1 HP per level, your HP skyrockets, becomes like 189. It's beautiful. Rather ridiculous, some might say. Now let's get to the proper sieging. Alright, still need to build a camp. Who gives a crap? I came on this build sorta by accident, but I really was looking for a way to cheese, and I found it. As you can see, our enemies are building ballistae. That is good. Good. Ballistae are the best for taking out the enemy's own troops. So we're not going to destroy their ballista. There is actually a good argument to be made about letting them complete their last one, but nah. Fuck it. It's daytime. I like doing things in daytime. So let's get on with it. If the combined forces of your enemy and you are over 1,000, you need to be very careful about the idea of reinforcements. Sometimes you tell all your troops to retreat, and then reinforcements arrive, and the reinforcements immediately commit suicide by running into walls. So try to keep the army size, the combined army size, under 1,000, or be aware of the reinforcements and be prepared to tell them to retreat as well. Because, you know, at the end of the day, the goal is to not have any casualties. Now, first thing you do, spin your camera around. I don't want to face their castle. I want to see where our retreat line is. The retreat line is usually the encampment looking thing, so we just put all our soldiers as close to it as we can, select all of them, tell them to retreat, and then we begin. Now we find a place to hide ourselves so we don't get ballistaed. As you can see, all our army is retreating, so the bar immediately goes very, very far in the enemy's favor. And this is the part where you should probably have a podcast, and apparently a brown pant. Have a podcast. Oh look, that took a chunk out of my shield. But have something to listen to, because it'll take a while for them to get here. The enemies need to leave their battlements, leave the walls. Then they need to march down through the courtyard, through the gate, and then start running towards you. The first enemy always arrives alone. I think that is the guy that opens the gates, and for some reason he gets like an unfair advantage on the other ones. Don't bother with taking down their infantry, because yes, only the melee troops sally out. That's a very, very important bit of knowledge. Anyway, only the melee troops sally out. Don't bother with them. It will be much easier to kill them once we have taken the walls. And okay, That is the guy that opened the gates, and that is the conga line of doom. Sometimes this line is so long that it goes all the way from the edge of the map to the gates, and then you have to circle around, herd them into a little ball. Sometimes they throw things at you, but usually they're not really a threat because I'm on a horse and they are on foot, even though some of them are cavalry. Come here, slam your horse on the side of the wall because it's easier than actually stopping. Close the gate. I said close the gate, raise the shield. Don't want to die. Oh god, what sort of castle design is this? I've never seen it before. Holy shit, we're kind of fucked here. The one time I decided to record. Oh god. What castle design is this crap? I need a cover. Oh, let's go inside. Good, good, good. Man, even my shield is taking a beating. Okay, we've got cover. If we have a bucket of arrows... Oh yeah, we're set. We're set, boys. We have one. Well, we have one first step. Gone first person. Now it's sniping time. Oh, fuck. There's a lot of them. What sort of castle just leaves the defenders out in the fucking open, facing the gate? What is wrong with them? I have never seen this before. Oh, that's because I've been sieging Vlundian and Batanian castles. So I haven't actually sieged an Imperial castle before. Is this their thing? Or maybe they're just stupid like that. I don't know. Whatever. Now is the part where you go back to listening to your podcast. Shooty shooty until they're dead. We have infinite arrows. They have finite heads. Go for headshots if you want, whatever. You'll find that doing things like this will very, very quickly level up your archery all the way to its learning limit, whatever that may be. This is why we want a longbow and not a short bow. More damage, more range, more everything. We don't really care about riding. What else can be said? Right, ranged units are too dumb to just open the gates. They're too dumb to just charge you. If you're dev and you're reading this, also please teach the defending infantry how to use the siege ladders, because there is no good reason they should be locked outside like the retards that they are. Some of the enemies are going to run. Let them. There's no point in chasing them, even if we could. If we want to fight them, we can always just reset the battle and they'll be back in their battlements, ready for slaughter. But as long as we have people to shoot at, there's no reason to look for new targets. If you want the enemies to retreat, shoot at the higher tier troops. If you want them to stand and fight, shoot at the lower tier troops. The reason is because higher tier troops are far, far less likely to run away. Oh no, I'm out of arrows. What shall I do? Oh, no, never mind. Crisis averted. I have infinite arrows. They have finite heads. There's no real point in looking for headshots most of the time, but it's fun and we have not a lot else to do. And if it saves us a few arrows, all the better. Actually, arrows, again, are an infinite resource. Our time, however, is not. Which is why, actually, I like to use the bow rather than a crossbow. Can you imagine killing all of these militia with a crossbow? It would just take 2 or 3 times as long. I'm trying to hit that one guy in armor, but everybody is jumping in front of the bullet for him. That's solidarity right there. Come on, come on. Let me kill the Palatine Guard. Or is it Bucellari? Also, yes, that is the pronunciation. Bucellari. Because we're talking about Italian / Latin, blah blah blah. And come on, just die, just die. In theory, we should not be here because there are guys shooting back at us and we should never allow them a chance to fight back. Yeah. But I am at a high enough level with really good armor to the point where I can afford to make a whole lot of mistakes. If I want to trade blows here and then, I can. And man, my shield took a beating. And now let's find some more people to shoot at. Oh god, there's way more of them. Okay, and they're close enough that we might actually land some headshots. If they ever stop moving. Oh, yeah, that's what I told you about never letting them fire back. Yeah, let's be smart about it. Also, let's over this side. Probably nothing, otherwise they would have been shooting at me already. And I look like a damn porcupine. Wonderful. You know, I'm not a professional YouTuber, but one thing I do know is that you're supposed to keep talking. It is a lot less entertaining if it's just me shooting people at random for 1 hour or however long it takes. Actually, I think this castle was fairly ungarrisoned. Like, it's not a major city or anything, so it should only take half an hour or so. Who knows? Depends on how bad I am with my aim. There's usually like a sweet spot where you shoot at them and they don't shoot at you. But it has to do with like height more than anything. Let's check our numbers. 57 killed, 28 fled. Dude, straight lines, please. Apparently, not even that can make me hit. Started to not like this position very much. And so let's try get in there with the ballistae and area over the gate. Run very fast, keep the shield on your back. Having really high athletics means I am a natural sprinter. Man, they left this area unguarded. That is so unusual. And where are their troops? Usually they sit either way against the main gate or against one of the stair areas, but right now they might be underneath the gate because I only closed half of it. No, not really. They're just being stupid somewhere else. Weird. It's fairly unusual to have the infantry not be visible from the battlements, but whatever. We have arrows, we have position, we have targets. And they are no longer shooting it back at us. Good. We found a good cheese position. Killing high level troops might damage morale more, but what really matters is that higher tier troops are just, well, they never flee themselves, so you're gonna have to kill them sooner or later. You might as well kill them sooner. Whereas the smaller troops, if you leave them for later, eventually they'll run away. Oh no, I'm running low on enemies to shoot at. It's like suffering from success right there. And no more veteran archer, no more militia. I said no more militia archer. Now we check. 0 militia archers is usually a very good indicator that you have taken all the archers, not only the militia ones. Let's check. Crossbowman, cataphract, yes, we have indeed taken all of their archers, which means all of the remaining troops are outside of the walls. Which means all I have to do is find them and everything will be easy. Again, they have a tendency to be near the stairs. Ladders, I mean, found one ladder. Is that random dude stuck on a wall? Oh no! They're all stuck on a wall, or at the very least. Weird. They usually stay a lot closer to the walls, which is good. The farther they are, easier it is to hit them with ballista bolts. And ballista are the best because they allow us to chew through them in no time. Took us 12 minutes to get here. And they're starting to run away because we've just taken out a whole chunk of them. Okay, this ballista is not in a prime positioning. There are things on my way. So let's try a different ballista. Hello, troopsies. 168 left, 101 killed, 50 fled. But those numbers are about to switch. And just like that, one bolt at a time, 4 or 5 troops at a time, if we're not stupid. Ballista can be tricky. It can be very tricky. Once you find a spot, just don't move your mouse. Click the fire button, the reload button, do anything else. Apparently it's not working this time. Oh well. What is wrong with their positioning, man? Oh well, we have infinite shots. There we go. On spot. Don't move the mouse. Keep shooting. $112 to go. 127 down. $31 down, 108 to go, and a whole lot of them are fleeing, presumably. Oh, come on, just die already so I can take your stuff. Maybe they're forming too much of a line, that's why we can't properly off them. And maybe this one might have a better... Oh, check that angle. Or not. Weird. Can I zoom in with a ballista? No. Okay, look at that uniform shield raising. I'll also see that they are still alive, strong. But I think they took a spread formation. Is that it? Really? Now they decided to become smart just because I'm recording? Or is it because they're Imperials and Imperials are smarter? Oh boy, this is going to take forever. 76 to go. And 72. A lot of them are still on their way to the edge of the map, running away. Sometimes they don't run to the edge of the map. Instead, they will run against the walls and just sit there looking stupid, and you can throw rocks at them, and it's beautiful. I'm half tempted to open the gate just to see if we can switch their pathing some. Oh yeah, look at all those shields getting raised as soon as we... As soon as we start aiming at them, they raise their shields because they are annoying little pricks. I have no idea why they're waiting that far, really. Never seen that behavior before. Oh well, this has been a very unusual fort in more ways than one. Starting with all those archers out here. There's a good argument at this point. Oh god, there's one of them here. Let's see if we shook up their AI enough to get them to clump up a little more. Because when you open the gate, they should start trying to charge the gate. Just might have changed their behavior enough for them to stop spreading so much. Oh, that's why I haven't been... Oh, there's a whole bunch of them that are just hiding under the hill. Oh, that's annoying. Ballista bolts don't arch enough to actually take these guys on. Oh well, back to the bow ways. At least Ballista did a good job of thinning out the herd, getting them closer to fleeing, etc, etc. At this point, there's even a good argument about resetting the fight. When you reset the fight, all the guys that are still alive, of course, and the ones that ran away will fight us again. Which means we would be fighting 33 plus 108. Dun, 26. At that point, I might even consider just kicking the crap out of them, old school style with the club, because again, super high level. Who cares? Nah, let's reset the fight. Took out a bajillion of them, took very little damage. It's a good result. It is a very good result.